This is Strictly Business, presented by the Greater Bakersfield Chamber of Commerce. Sponsored in part by the law offices of Young Wooldridge, San Joaquin Community Hospital.
And welcome back to Strictly Business. I'm Nathan Ali, Manager of Government Affairs at the Greater Bakersfield Chamber of Commerce. BC is not just planning its graduation this year. The college has a lot of various events that are planned for the end of the year that you should mark down on your calendar. And here to tell us more is Amber Chiang. She's Director of Marketing and PR for Bakersfield College. Thanks for being here, Amber.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's a busy time. I'm glad to be here to talk about
what's
happening.
It is. So let's start with the big one, which is the graduation ceremony. So let's have the particulars on that. What about the date and time?
So commencement is May 15th.
Okay.
The ceremony starts at 7 o'clock. And last year we had our centennial commencement, which was just this big affair. We had free dinner for anyone who wanted to come, fireworks, all the stops were pulled here on this one. This year we're trying to find a balance between our old commencement style and that one. So we're doing some things. The large video screen is going to be returning so everyone will be able to see what's happening on stage. And we will have fireworks after commencement, which I think is just wonderful.
Wow.
An excellent celebration. And right now expecting about 900 students to walk.
Wow, that's terrific. And where is the graduation ceremony?
It's in our Memorial Stadium.
It is at the stadium, okay.
Oh, yes. There's not very many places in town that can hold something of our size unless we wanted to go to the Rabobank. But we have this beautiful stadium. Why not use it?
Why not use it? Absolutely. So you mentioned some of the plans, the big video screen and whatnot. Anything else that these 900 students can look forward to? And they any other little tidbits you want to share on striking that balance?
Well, it's kind of fun to do because you don't want a ceremony that's going to take a long, long time because it is the middle of May, and we all know what the middle of May is like in Bakersfield.
Right.
And you want something that's really celebratory. So we try to strike a balance with that and really give each student their own opportunity. They walk across the stage singularly. They shake the hand of our president. They shake the hand of one of our Board of Trustees members, and they receive their diploma case at that time. So it really is this celebration of individual accomplishment in a big group. It's really fun. I love it. I MC the event, so I get to see it from the stage. I've never seen it from the crowd.
See that big crowd.
Yeah, it's really nice. I enjoy it.
So how many typically attend? It's a big stadium.
It's a big stadium.
Fill it up.
Yeah, we typically fill the lower deck of the one side.
Wow.
So we always use the west side for the crowd. That way they're not looking into the sun.
Right.
So by the time the ceremony starts, the sun is actually behind the upper deck, and so it's also shielding the stage and the field.
Wow, that's terrific.
Yeah.
So, and I know you have another big event coming up, the reopening of the, I want to get this right, Edward J. Simonson Performing Arts Center.
Exactly.
So what was this facility like beforehand, and what are we looking at now?
So if you were ever a student at BC, you know this was the SAM building, Speech Arts Music. So it had an indoor theater and outdoor theater classrooms, but it was built 60 years ago.
Okay.
And everything that means. So what you have now is this fully modernized facility where the understanding of acoustics have changed over 60 years. And I love the indoor theater because you can stand on stage, speak in this level of a voice, and the back row can hear you without any sort of microphone or amplification. Wow. It's amazing. And the outdoor theater, more capacity, different. They're like buffers to improve the acoustics.
Oh, okay.
It's incredible. State-of-the-art music recording studios, classrooms, offices, everything. It's just a better experience for students in those arts.
That's terrific. So what and the capacities on those theaters, you can have big concerts and whatnot in there?
Yeah, so we had in the fall, some of the current Shakespeare Festival came.
Okay.
But for this grand opening event, we will be in that outdoor theater. We're hoping to pack it. That is this Saturday night. So it's called a noteworthy event. And we have the Bakersfield Symphony coming to play.
Oh, terrific.
And not only are they coming to play at BC, but they're being conducted by a retired performing arts professor from Bakersfield College, Dr. Ron Keene.
Okay.
And among all of the compositions they're going to play is one by one of our current professors, Dr. John Gerhold. He wrote a piece called Joyful Noises just for this event.
So it's really got that kind of renegade feel.
Oh, it is totally.
All the way through it.
You know, when we do BC, it's red and black all the way through.
That's what I hear. I'm not a gade myself, but I married
we'll
one.
Get you.
So, so now what kind of, you mentioned the Saturday event. Now there's a ribbon cutting as well, is that correct?
Yeah, the ribbon cutting is this Wednesday,
right.
But the big event for the community is Saturday evening, and the tickets for that are available on valleytix.com. We'd love you to come out. We'll have wine and hors d'oeuvres. This amazing performance by the symphony. Our choir and chamber singers are also going to be performing. It's a massive celebration in honor of the opening of what we call the Spark, the Simonson Performing Arts Center.
So how was this project funded?
Well, it's actually funded through our local bond,
Oh,
one
terrific.
of the final projects on that. So the community helped to pay for this through their tax dollars.
So really, the community is a partner in
Absolutely.
in local community college. That's terrific. So Dr. Christian, you're president over at BC.
Yeah.
She'll be a speaker at the Chamber's upcoming Good Morning Bakersfield breakfast on
Yes.
May 4th. We're very excited to have her.
And it's amazing you could get her this time of year because
That's
it is
right.
so busy.
And she was gracious, very gracious in just, let's do it. This is terrific. So the topic for that event is workforce development and how BC is partnering with some of the local school districts like Kern
Right.
High School District to create those partnerships and then translate that to local business. So what kind of relationships has the college been able to foster with both the high schools and sort of the lower levels of education and the business community?
Well, what we call public-private partnerships are such an important part of how Bakersfield College operates in the community. And it's about learning who's at the businesses and what they need and how our education can help that. Because ultimately, we're growing the next wave of, future employees for so many local businesses, right? So I remember not too long ago, I was in this CAD class and the instructor had an orange binder.
Okay.
And I always remember his orange binder because his orange binder was standing requests from local businesses for people who could use computer automated drafting systems.
Wow.
Standing orders. And so if he got a great student, he could say, hey, go talk to this guy. I mean, that's how these partnerships really benefit the community. And by working with the junior highs and high schools to start growing those students earlier, getting them ready for college level work sooner, means that all the sooner we can get them out into the workforce and really helping the local economy move forward.
Right, and most importantly, it keeps them here, and it
Yes.
doesn't contribute to that brain drain where college-educated students leave the community
Exactly.
and they don't come back.
Well, that's an important part of why we're doing that baccalaureate of applied science as well, because that is not a degree you can get in this area.
Right.
You pretty much can't get it in the state of California. So if we bring that degree to Bakersfield, we're going to bring that talent, and they're going to stay here.
And again, that's a bachelor's degree being
Yes.
offered at Bakersfield College. That's an outstanding development, and
Yes.
one of how many in California? Not many.
Not many. 15 were
many.
awarded.
Right.
At this point, there's further discussion on whether all 15 are actually going to be going. But Bakersfield College's degree, Baccalaureate of Applied Science in Industrial Automation, will start fall 2016.
That is so exciting and just a really great asset to the community. So, how can local businesses get involved with BC and sort of be part of this workforce development program? What do they need to do?
Well, we have a number of advisory committees, so local businesses are already heavily engaged with us. But depending on what your business is, call one of the faculty members, call the department chair over that area and say, hey, I want to work on this partnership. We have them in a number of areas. That baccalaureate of applied science would not have happened without a partnership with all of the private industries in Bakersfield coming forward and saying, we want this.
Okay.
It won't happen. So if you're not already involved and you want to be, give me a call. I don't mind connecting you, or look and see who the professors are in those areas and give them a call and see how you can help out.
That's great. Any other events that we need to know about up at the college for the rest of the school year? Anything
There's
else
so
going on?
much going on, but one of my favorite is the honor reception.
Okay.
That's happening the first week of May, and this is where we give away almost $500,000 in scholarships to
Wow.
students, as well as departmental awards for academic achievement. This is such a major event, and we actually pair the student who's receiving the scholarship award with the donor who made it possible. So
That's
they get to
terrific.
meet. It's fabulous.
And they get an opportunity to see where their money is going. That's
Absolutely,
terrific.
because everybody. If I gave a scholarship, I'd want certain requirements on the student who could receive it. Maybe someone in communication, and so they get to meet that student, and it's such a celebration. It is so exciting. The students bring their families, the donors bring their families, and we're actually doing that in the outdoor theater as well.
Oh, great! So another opportunity for the community to check out the new facility or the newly remodeled facility.
Yes.
Well, I didn't want to let you leave without getting a chance to talk about Equity TV, which
Oh,
of
yes.
course follows us right here on Bakersfield.com. They'll start in about 20 minutes. So
Yes.
for those that click off, and we hope that you don't.
No, please
but,
stay.
But please stay. Tell us a little bit about kind of how that program got started and what people can expect from Equity TV.
It was September last fall. I got a call from my boss, Dr. Sonia Christian. She says, hey, I want to do a TV show. I'm like, yeah, okay.
Sure,
Really?
no problem.
Oh, okay. No, and actually I did. I was like, wow, okay. So the concept here is understanding how education is the ultimate equalizer. And if people understand that, then they'll find that equity that's involved there. So we have 4 tracks. We come on every Monday, focus on African American students, a focus on Latino students, a focus on veterans, and then a focus on what I call special interests. So your AB 540 students that are DREAM Act students, foster children, things, students who fall in those sorts of arenas. And we basically say you can go to school.
Oh, wow.
You can make it happen. And then we connect you with whomever can help you make it happen. So someone who'd been to BC already and has a great story to tell about how they overcame, or someone who works at BC and you can go in and say, I want to talk to this person because I saw them on Equity TV and they talked about me. That's my life. How can I come to school? And we do that. And we're in our last 2 weeks now. We're going to take a hiatus for the summer, but the program will be back, and we're going to look and see what else we can do to help people go to school. It's all about understanding that school is a possibility.
That's exciting, and I've had a chance to talk to some of the folks that have come through here because they were on right after us, and just we've seen musicians come through, just some really, really exciting things. So we encourage everybody to check out Equity TV. Stay on right after us and check it out. So Amber, thanks so much for coming on, and we'll hope to have you back in the fall, and we'll talk a little bit about a new school year. But for now, we're excited about all the great things happening at BC.
Thank you very much.
So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this with more Strictly Business and the closing bell. Stay tuned.
Ask